Hello, and welcome to today's episode of TEC-TV. I'm Jessica Gribbin. Coming up on today's show, we are going to talk about ECU homecoming and how the big weekend went. Construction on dorms in West End will soon begin. And later, we have football editor Jesse Deal to tell us about ECU's big win. First, we have a heartbreaking story to share. An ECU student is dead after being struck by a car in Greenville this past Saturday. The university has identified the student as sophomore Samuel Matthew Mayo from Eastern North Carolina. Mayo was struck in the eastbound lane of 10th Street at Copper Beach Way by a red Chevy Camaro. ECU police responded to a request from Greenville police where the incident occurred. Mayo was transported to Vidant Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. The Greenville police are handling the investigation. The driver of the car has been identified, but no charges have been filed. Mayo was 19 years old. Earlier this month, another pedestrian was killed while attempting to cross South Memorial Drive. 57-year-old Charles Pridgeon of Greenville was trying to cross near Mall Drive when he was hit. Pridgeon was also taken to Vidant Medical Center, where he later died. Two men have been arrested in connection to the stabbing that occurred behind a local Walmart. According to Greenville police, 22-year-old Stephen Joseph Roos died from multiple stab wounds to the upper torso after being transported to Vidant Medical Center. Shortly after the incident, 21-year-old Michael O'Neill and 26-year-old Curtis Lamar Wade arrived at Vidant seeking treatment for minor injuries. O'Neill and Wade were connected to the earlier stabbing following interviews with detectives and eyewitness reports. Both are charged with open count of murder and have been booked in the Pitt County Detention Center without bonds. Visit theeastcarolinian.com for updates. West End could start seeing some major changes. Joining me now is administrative reporter Anna Parrish. Anna, what are students saying on campus?
Well, students are very frustrated with the whole process because they weren't really made aware of what was going on. The ECU Board of Trustees approved selling bonds for End Renovations in their recent meeting. These bonds go along with bonds for the Student Center, which is to be completed in 2018. Dorms in West End will go off in sequence to ensure students have housing. The first phase of construction to all the residence halls on West End will begin in January. The residence hall renovations will take place over a 3-year cycle.
Thanks, Anna. Stay with the East Carolinian for all updates on the West End renovations. Our city correspondent, Sydney Dobson, is here with an update on the mayoral debates. Sydney, what happened last night?
Jessica, last night the candidates talked face-to-face with the campus of ECU. The three candidates for mayor and a city council seat in Greenville took center stage last night in a debate on ECU's campus. ECU Student Government Association hosted the debate in the Jenkins Fine Arts Building yesterday. The debate features the three mayor candidates, the incumbent Mayor Alan Thomas, Donna Whitley, and Ernest Reeves. Joining them in debate are the two candidates for District 3 City Council seat, the incumbent Mayor Blackburn and ECU graduate McLean Godley. Candidates for mayor were able to discuss their plans and concerns for ECU and the city of Greenville leading up to elections next month. Registration for voting is now closed, leading up to less than 2 weeks away until the municipal elections. One-stop early voting will take place starting tomorrow at its main location of Alice F. Keene Park Conference Room located on 4561 Country Home Road. Additional sites for early voting open next week on Tuesday, October 27th. These sites include the Pitt County Agricultural Center Conference Room, County Office Building Pat's Conference Room, the ECU Willis Building Auditorium, and the Winterville Fire Station Community Room. For non-early voters, they will be expected to vote at their location based on their precincts. Election day is set for November 3rd.
Thanks, Sydney. ECU Homecoming Week has officially come to an end. Thousands of alumni made the trip back to Pirate Nation for the festivities. Saturday's game against Tulsa drew in a crowd of 43,065 Pirate fans at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Those in attendance also witnessed the announcement of the winners for the 2015 Homecoming Court. Benjamin Reyes, representing the College of Education, was crowned king, and Kaylee Hennessy with ECU Ambassadors was chosen as queen. Now on to sports.
Jess, it's great to be back. Glad to have you back, partner. It's been a while. But of course, you know I got a job to do, and that's to show you all how we are really the plug for everything ECU athletics. And we begin the plug with cross country. The Lady Pirates finished 8th out of 17 teams, and of course the Pirate superstar runner Carolina Riser finished in the top 10 of the event while being the women's top performer. The men's team finished 10th out of 18 teams. Jorge Montez was the top performer on the men's side. The event was the last tune-up for the teams before they host the AAC Conference Championship on the 31st. Now we swing on over to men's golf, winning their first tournament of the fall season on their last event of their season. Senior Jacob Hicks finished second individually, and 4 other Pirates claimed top 10 finishes. And on the women's side, the women completed their season with the 7th out of 14 teams finish. And now we're going to dive on over to the pool where junior diver Ashley Sams earned Diver of the Week from the AAC. The teams are ranked in the top 30 nationally, and both teams will compete this weekend in Wilmington on Friday and then return on Saturday for a competition with UNCW again. And now we head to the Green Court, where the men's Pirates team competed in the ITA Regional and finished 5-8 throughout the weekend. The Pirates will be back in competition this weekend at the State Fall Tournament Friday through Sunday, and the women's team will also compete this weekend starting this Thursday through Monday. And now we head from one women's court to another, volleyball. Yes, the women jumping around the net had a disappointing weekend as they dropped games to UConn and Temple. The games were critical to the Pirates' hope of winning a conference championship, but the Pirates will be competing this weekend in Greenville against UCF on Friday night and USF on Sunday afternoon. And for one team whose hopes were slightly hurt to a team facing an almost life-or-death situation. The soccer team lost this weekend to Cincinnati 3-0 to make it the third loss in 4 games, with the other being a tie. The Pirates dropped to 7-8-2. That means that this weekend is very important for the Pirates. If they hope to make the conference tournament, they play Tulsa Friday night and then Memphis on Sunday afternoon. All right, now we head from a team that needs to beat Tulsa to a team that has beaten Tulsa. Yes, the Pirates football team put a beating down in Dowdy-Ficklen last Saturday. And here to tell us about it is football editor for the East Carolinians, fellow Techspert Jesse Deal. Jesse?
A week after the ECU football team fell to BYU on the road, it returned to Greenville for a homecoming victory over Tulsa Saturday. ECU's 30-17 win was the Pirates' 4th overall and 2nd conference win of the season. Tulsa dropped to 3-3 overall. In a game with 2 explosive offenses, it was ECU's defense which showed up to play. The Pirates held the Golden Hurricanes scoreless for 3 quarters before Tulsa got on the board. On the first drive of the game, Tulsa quarterback Dane Evans marched down the field and threw a pass to the end zone, but senior Josh Hawkins intercepted the throw. He took it all the way back for a 100-yard pick six. It put the Pirates up 7-0. The play tied ECU's program record for the longest interception return. For his effort, Hawkins was named the AAC Defensive Player of the Week Monday. The Pirates added 3 more points after quarterback Blake Kemp led the team down for a 24-yard field goal by Davis Plowman. On the Pirates' following drive, quarterback James Summers was given the reins, and he kept them the rest of the game. Summers connected with running back Chris Hairston for a 12-yard touchdown, giving the Pirates a 17-0 lead. Davis Plowman finished the half with a 23-yard field goal to make it 20-0. He hit a career-long 41-yarder in the third quarter before Tulsa's offense began to find its rhythm. James Summers had a 6-yard touchdown run late in the game, but ECU lost its hold on the Golden Hurricane, who scored 17 points in the fourth quarter. The true highlight performers were on the Pirates' defense. Linebacker Zeke Bigger looked to be back in prime form after getting a cast removed from his injured hand. The senior had 13 tackles and 1.5 sacks. Fellow linebacker Monteese Overton had 7 tackles and 1.5 sacks as well. ECU has a short rest before gearing up for the Temple Owls on Thursday. The 22nd ranked Owls are undefeated and, like ECU, have their sights set on the American East crown. Go check out Techsperts on the EastCarolinian.com for more football coverage.
Thank you for checking out today's show. Our shows will be posted every Thursday at theeastcarolinian.com. For all updates in between shows, visit theeastcarolinian.com and follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. We'll see you next week.